So, welcome back to the second session of track 3. And for those of you who haven't been to the first session of track 3, my name is Michaela Vogel. I'm responsible for organizing those summits, and today I'm going to be leading you through track 3. And it is my pleasure to introduce this very session of you, and it will be held by MVP Andreas Schlüter. So, thank you very much for joining us today. Before we start with the session, please note that we do have a chat where you can converse with each other, and we have a Q&A session. So if any questions come up throughout the sessions, please use this area, the Q&A session, and we will can then show them on the stage later on in the Q&A part after the presentation. Yeah, and with that, I will hand over to Andreas, and the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Michaela. Welcome from me. My English is a little bit rusted, so please be patient if I not really find the right words at the moment. So glad to be here and show you my knowledge about Microsoft 365 stuff. So, I think let's start. Just sharing my screen for my slide deck. So, screen 1. Here we go. Should see my screen. Okay. So the session, how to start with shifts in Microsoft Teams. So if maybe you've already seen the Shift app in your Teams apps and want to just check it out if it fit your needs or something like that, this session will be the right session to start. So first of all, that was wrong. No, it works. Got my pen, so I can click it with it. So who am I? My name is Andreas Schlüter. I'm a digital transformation solution expert, and I'm a freelancer in Germany and working with Microsoft 365 for very, very small companies, but also for very big companies, and make the change learning and adoption part. And the second thing is I'm a very Power Platform addict. So this is my second stand for Microsoft 365. So if you have any question or if you want to connect with me, check my LinkedIn profile, the QR code. I also have a YouTube channel, but it's only in German. So maybe you can try your German or get your German and check my YouTube channel. So what we're going to do today, first of all, we just check what's in the session for you. Then we start with an overview about shifts. Take a first look into the steps to manage shifts, and then we will create a schedule, create some shifts, and we'll just so excited. Sorry. We'll make a demo, and there you can get all the things you have to set up in your own tenant if you want to start with shifts. And then the next level, we will see how we can pimp our shifts, if it's possible, or what the challenges are in shifts, and then we take a final round and check all the stuff. First of all, what's in this session? So in this session, we will walk through Microsoft Shifts app in Teams, and we will create all what is in this app, like manage shifts, create a schedule, and manage stuff for getting the shifts. We'll see the possibilities and challenges, what we have in shifts, and much, much more. So have fun and enjoy the session. If you have any questions, please use the chat, and we will check or answer these questions at the end of the session. Okay, let's have a look in the app. What is Microsoft Shifts? In the Microsoft speech, Microsoft says Shifts in Microsoft Teams is a schedule management tool that helps you create, update, and manage schedules for your team. That's right. It's not less or more. It's only for managing schedules. So with Shift, we can manage classical shifts, like you have an early shift, a late shift, a night shift, or something like that, or whatever shift you have in your company or in your business. You can manage also task or topic related shifts. Maybe if you have a small kitchen in your business and there are some who have to manage this kitchen once a week or something like that, you can also use shifts and manage this plan for cleaning the kitchen or something like that. And last but not least, you can manage everything else what has in any kind to be scheduled or managed by persons or resources. This can be done with Microsoft Shifts. But what do we need to start with Shifts? First of all, we need the right license. So you have to have a Microsoft 365 Business Standard or Premium A3, A5, E3, E5, or F3 license, or an Office 365 A3, A5, E3, E5, or F3 to use Microsoft Shift in Teams. Then also it has to be activated in your license. There you have a checkmark for Microsoft Staff Hub. Staff Hub, if you don't know it, was the old name for Microsoft Shift before it was integrated in Microsoft Teams. So you still have to check this checkmark in your license. Otherwise, you are not able to use Shifts in your Teams. And last but not least, the release in the Teams Admin Center. So your administrator has to release the Shifts app so you can use it in Teams. If it's not released, you can't use it. So this is not the license stuff. This is only that you can use the app in the tenant in Teams. Let's have a first look at the things to do if you want to start with Microsoft Shifts. First of all, how does it work all? First of all, we need a team with members and we have to create a schedule. So if you already have a team with your members who will all part of the schedule, that's fine. We only have to create a new schedule. Then next step will be to create some shifts you want to assign the staff, like the early shift, the night shift, late shift, or something like that. You have to create these shifts and then you can assign these shifts to your staff members. Next step is this is very, very important if you work with Microsoft Shifts. Every time you make any changes in your schedule, it has to be published. If you do not publish your changes or your assignments in your schedule, nobody will get informed. So if you don't publish it, it isn't happened. That's very, very important for Microsoft Shifts. If you have assigned some shifts to the members of your team, they will get a notification about upcoming or forthcoming shifts. So this is tricky, a little bit tricky. There we have to make some additional automation in the next level session, because if you use Microsoft Shifts only in the browser or in the desktop app in Teams, the notification is very difficult. But if you have Teams in your mobile, you can get notifications till 24 hours before your shift will start. Maybe that's too late to get notified that your shift start next day. So this is a little messy in Teams in Shifts. So we have to make some notifications, additional notifications with Power Platform. But that's not so tricky. And last but not least, when the shift starts and you have configured it, the staff members can clock in their shift and clock out also. So it is record that everybody was in his shift and left the shift at the same time. So these are the first steps to get it work. And what are the parts of Microsoft Shift? What do we have in this? First of all, you need the schedule. This is the main part to work with Microsoft Shifts. In Shifts, you can have only one schedule per Microsoft Teams team. So it's not possible to have more than one schedule per team. So if you want to start with Shifts, just think about it, how you will create your teams so that every team needs their own schedule. If this is your, if maybe you need that. Keep in mind that you can only have one schedule per team. Only owners can create schedule in the teams. So for creating a schedule, that should the person, or you need only owners can create a schedule in the team. Then you can divide a schedule into groups if this is necessary for you. So maybe you have, if it's in a restaurant, you have the kitchen group, you have the waiter group, you have the service group, you have the cleaning group or something like that. So you can divide that into groups and assign the staff member to these groups. So assign the right people to the right group. Maybe this is in German, but it doesn't matter. This is one group we have here, and this is the second group, and you can assign the people to the right group in the Shifts app. We will see that in the demo later on. Then the next part, the shifts itself. So you have a schedule, but to use the schedule, you need some shifts. What can you do with shifts? You can create different shifts. Maybe you have an early shift, a late shift, or something like that. You can create them and assign or give them a different color or something like that to maintain them. Then one shift can be assigned to many staff members if you have shifts or tasks in these shifts that is repeatable for more than one person. You can assign a shift to a maximum 6 people. So if you need more than 6, you have to make a second shift, and you can assign this additional 6 people, so 12 people. But one shift can be assigned to maximum 6 people. In the shift options, you can directly create the break times in the shifts. So when do they have breaks, or when do they have time for moving from A to B or something like that? You can create this or assign this directly in the shift. There's room for notes if you want to get some notes. So the members or the assigned members of the shift can see what notes you have done in this shift. And this is cool stuff. In every shift, you are able to add some activities like tasks. So if you have daily based tasks that have to be done in every shift, you can create them in the shift, and every time you assign this shift, the task list will be created. So every time the shift is assigned, every member has to check the task list and do the task in this shift. There's one question I can answer this. Does every team member or only the owner require the premium license in order to be involved in shifts? No, there is no need for premium license. Oh yes, so you need one premium license for the owner who can create the schedule, but the members do not need a premium license. Hope that answers your questions. Okay. So we can see. Oh, that was one quick. We have this is one shift. So you can say from which time to from beginning to the end when the shift will appear, and here you have the opinion or the possibility to say is it only one shift for one person or till 6 persons you can assign to. Then there's you can get a custom label for the shift. Then you can add some break time if you want to. This is a unpaid break. Here there's a room for notes, and there you can add some activities for the shift. So, and these activities, these activities, in this case, this is like a copy machine. And in the copy machine, you can create tasks like check for paper, check for color. Is it color? I don't know. Check for color or clean the glass. So these are the tasks the users have to, or the members from the shift have to do. So that can be done in the activities of the shift. Next step, this is all you can, no matter in the demo, it's in English. So sorry for the German slides. This is when you make some changes in your shift, you will see every time this asterisk if there are any changes. So you have to publish this. If you do not publish the changes, it won't be published, so nobody knows about it. And if you publish it, you can check if it for your whole team to publish or only the members who are assigned. So if there are any changes you made with the shifts, you can then you have to publish that. We will see that in the demo. Next part for the shifts. If you assign a shift to a member, the members can switch or swap their shifts with other staff members. But they have to request this, or in other words, the owner or a schedule owner, I will tell you later what a schedule owner is, have to approve requests for swapping shifts. So the members cannot swap their shifts without the approval of the owner or schedule owner. So it's safe that nobody can change this. But if you do not need it, that every time a manager or a owner has to approve that, we can automate the approval. So if you do not automate it, you have to manually say that is okay or deny these requests. Also, every member of a shift of a schedule is able to request and manage time off slots like vacation or for sickness or business trips or something like that. You can we can manage all these time off slots in the backstage of the schedule. What kind of leave time you want to give your staff members. And in the last part here, you can say, I want to use the check-in, check-out functionality in Teams for my shifts. This is a request for swapping a shift. In this case, the first thing is you can swap your shift with another member of the schedule. So you can make this request in the app. It doesn't matter if it's mobile or in the web. This is if you directly have somebody you want to switch your shift with, then you can do this directly with this person, but the owner has to approve that request. Second thing is, if you do not have another person or member with whom you can switch your shift, you can offer your shift for changing. So you make an offer, and maybe somebody can get this or take this shift later. And you can, how will this be? First of all, you can say, I want to switch my shift, or I make an offer for my shift. If you want to switch your shift, you take your shift you want to switch, and in the next part you check for somebody who has a shift you want to switch with. So, and then the next step, this will be requested. So the person you want to switch your shift with can say, yes, it's okay to switch our shift. This is okay. And the next step is the owner of the schedule has to approve this or will deny the swap. And only if this is done, the swap is already automatically in the system. I already told that all functionality we have in the browser or in the desktop app, we now have also in the mobile app. And of course, the possibility to use better notification than in the desktop or browser app. So first of all, we have the you see it in your settings in the mobile app. There's your notifications for your shifts, and this could be till 24 hours before your shift will start. You can make this in your settings. So there you can only this is the only part what you can customize in your mobile app. So we have to tweak this in the next level Power Automate session a little bit. What are the challenges? There's only the possibility for one schedule per team. Thanks for the question. I will answer this on this slide. Only owners of a team or schedule owner can create and manage schedules and shifts and everything else. And shifts does not have a connection to Exchange Online like resources or calendars. So if somebody has an assigned shift, you won't get an appointment for your own calendar. It's only a visual booking tool, but it won't block your time in your calendar. So this is very, very important. It's just for making it for the management, but not in your real time. So this is not a real resource management tool out of the box. Like everything else we can do with Power Automate, we can automate this to if a shift is assigned to a member, he automatically get an appointment in his calendar. This is possible, but it's not out of the box. So we have to do this with Power Automate or something like that. And next thing is, if there is if you have more than one schedule in your company, there is no checking or testing if you already have a shift at this time in another schedule. So because this is not a resource management tool like Project for the web or something like that, Project, you can't check against other schedules automatically. You have to do this by your own. And please publish your changes every time. If you do not publish it, there is no automatic behavior that will publish your changes. So you have to publish it every time you make a change in your schedule. And we have notifications only in the mobile app, so this is a little bit tricky. And so on. The last but not least, it only works with internal persons. No guests, no external. So no license, you can't use shifts. This is the challenges for using shifts in the in Microsoft Teams. So I told you only owners or schedule owners can act in Microsoft Teams with the schedule. So what is a schedule owner? This is technical. A schedule owner is somebody, or other way, maybe you have teams and owner in these teams who are not responsible for the schedules. So you don't want the technical owner of a team to manage the schedule itself. For this part, you can define a schedule owner in your team, and this schedule owner can be a normal member of the team. So this schedule owner is responsible for the schedule. Also, the technical owner of a team is still able to manage the schedule, but you can delegate this to somebody else, to a member of the team with a schedule owner. Tricky part of that, you can activate that only via PowerShell at the moment. It's not in the graphical user interface. So first of all, you have to create a policy where you say schedule owner true. And then in the next step, you have to add the members who should be a schedule owner to this policy, and then they can act like an owner for the schedule in Microsoft Teams. And the schedule owner can manage schedule without the need to be an owner of a team. What I said, it's a delegation, and all rights and obligations in the schedule, like requests, assignments. So I think the most important part to be a schedule owner is, in many cases, we have owners in teams. They do not have, they are only technical owners, but they do not, they are not responsible for scheduling stuff. So if you have a schedule owner, maybe this person should be responsible for the scheduling itself. So the schedule owner will get in the future the request for swapping shifts or for time off and something like that. So you can delegate this to the right person in the team, and it doesn't has to be the technical owner of a team. That's very, very important. That was a very big part at Microsoft, and now it's implemented, but you have to activate it via PowerShell. Okay, so let's get in the demo, and we will make a schedule. So now I'm in Microsoft Teams, and I switched the language. Sorry for the German slide decks. So what were we going to do? We on the left side, on the App Store, you will see here, if it's activated, the Shifts app. So I have the Shifts app already pinned in my apps. And if you start your Shifts app, it will launch one of your schedules if you already have some. And here you can see in this team, there are 3 teams with schedules. But we will create a new schedule, so you have to load the Shifts app. And if you not already have a schedule, you will be asked to create one. So we want to create a new schedule. And in this would be the dialog you see if you don't have any schedule. Then you will be asked in which team you want to create a schedule. And I will take, it doesn't matter, I take this one here. I create a new schedule in my team 27. You can take the time zone. So this is time zone relevant if you are in more time zones for the schedule. First of all, you will see is one unnamed group with yourself as an assigned member of this group. This group, what I said, you can group your schedule. I will rename this. I'll take a classical, I'll take kitchen or a restaurant, maybe. And here you can now add some people in this group. I take Adele, and I have to add my Megan, for sure. So we have 3 people in this group. And if you say, oh, we just have, we need another group, you will find it here in the top, add a group, and we will name this group service. And in this group, we will also add some people. Just for the very important to know, you can only add people to the service if they are a member of the team. You can't add somebody else. So now we have 2 groups with assigned people to these groups. The next part is to get some shifts. So first of all, we have to create a new shift. And we will take this blue. It's from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Here we can say, is it assigned to 1 or more than 1 people? We say this can be for 3 slots. You will see this here at the end. So this shift can be assigned for 3 people at the same time. Maybe we can create this and say, I don't know what custom label we can say. This is main stand, whatever. Then we can say in this shift we have a 30-minute unpaid break, and you can add some notes if you want. And for sure, if you want to have some activities, you add them, like maybe what can we clean the desk, cut the onions, something like that. You know what I mean. So you can give them another color, and if you want, you can say when and how long this activity has to belong to, and if it's paid or not. And if you have done this, we have our first shift created, and you will see this is the shift. Here are the notes. There's unpaid break, and there are activities. You will see this on this little icons. So this shift is now in open shifts, and we have to assign this to people. So you can, first of all, you can make a right click, can say copy, and you can paste it in the for the next days. So you do not have to recreate this. And then you can assign this open shift to your people. And because I make this shift for 3 people, I have to add, I can assign this shift to 3 people. So I can do this with all these shifts in this group. I can also make this shift in this group, but in this group I want another shift, so I will create another one, and maybe this should be the color yellow, and this is services table 1 to 15, 35 minutes, service and the tables, something like that. Also clean the dishes, dish, put flowers on, whatever, something like that. So these are my shift activities I will have on in this group. Say save. This is only for one person, so I can assign this shift. Sorry. Assign open shift, and there I take Alex, and you see the shift is moved. But what? Okay, this is not assigned. Why is it? All right, now. So that's right. If you have assigned your shift to all the people, it will go out from the open shifts. Sure, because it's assigned, so it's not open. I will copy this, and then I can copy this. You can also copy that directly to the persons, and it will automatically be assigned. So what you can see now, we have every asterisk because this is not published yet. So you see this here, share with your team to publish it, and then you will see that these shifts are assigned. So 7 assigned, 4 open shifts. Okay, why are there open shifts? Because we did not assign these. Okay, this is one of the parts. So we have shifts, we have assigned the shifts, we have activities in the shifts, and what we will see now is to get how we can swap a shift because of the time. So what else you can do? You can also print this schedule, so you can make a PDF from that and pin it in the kitchen maybe, so everybody who does not have a device can use this. Also, you are able to copy the weeks in the next week or in the next month, so you do not have to recreate the schedule every time. You can take the from the last month copy schedule. Here you see. And in this part, clock in, clock out, this is not activated yet. You have to begin this setup in the settings. So you go to settings, click begin setup, and you have to just, if you want to include your location, you have to enter the coordinates for the location service, but you can only turn on the check-in, check-out feature. So now it's activated. Here are the requests. So there are no requests yet, but in the settings you also can say what kind of time off requests you want to have in your company or in your schedule. We will take these standard. Now we have to just one schedule to assign this one and this one to Megan, just to now, because this is only for me and for Megan. I can publish this and say only the affected team members, because nobody else does need this. So now I have for oh, this is in the past. Oh, doesn't matter. So I will change my my shift, the 7th. Oh no, swap. Sorry. This one. And I want to change this with Megan. You see, I can also switch the group, in this case service, but I don't think it's possible to go from the kitchen as a service or something like that. So now I have the request. I want to swap this shift with this shift from the 8 December. Can say need a free day. Now I send the request, and Megan will now get a notification about the request. I will see. I can have it here in my. This is Megan, and now we will see in my shifts. Sorry. On this one. And now you see here in the requests, I want to swap my shift, and I can now say, yeah, accept or decline. It's okay. And so Megan has said, yeah, this is okay, but if I switch back, you will see that this request is already assigned because it's not synchronized. Because I'm the owner of the team, I do not have to approve my own requests. It's already automatically approved. So the next, if it's synchronized, these two shifts will be a change in the UI. So the request is already done. So okay, this is just a fast overview about using shifts. You can manage all the shifts very easily, but it's a basic tool. It's not complicated. You cannot manage every aspect of time management. It's only for basic shift management. So this is already integrated in your Microsoft Teams. You in the standard, you already have a license for that. Okay, we'll see the next part. What can we do if our basic approach will not reach or is enough? We can pimp our shifts with in the next step. So what can we do? We can extend our necessary functionality with Power Automate, like notifications, or I love adaptive cards. I love them. I make them in many as possible Power Automate flows. I use adaptive card in Teams. There is a shifts connector for Power Automate you can use out of the box. You can maybe import or export your shifts, like what I said. You can automatically create a shift, a Power Automate flow if you get a shift assigned. Create automatically an appointment for my Outlook. This is out of the box possible directly in Power Automate. Or you can use the Graph API for a third-party system for human resources or something like that. Everything what has an API you can use with the Graph API to connect these systems. But there are also workforce management integration in Microsoft shifts what you can use directly with Kronos or JDA directly. You do not need the Graph API. So maybe for the what have I done in at my customers? Um, my customer has a daily stand-up meeting, and every day another person moderates this stand-up meeting. So there is no out-of-the-box notification for the members who has to moderate the next meeting. So we created an Power Automate flow that recurrence every morning, get all shifts, and only the person who moderates the daily gets a shift assigned. So the flow recurrence every morning, get all shifts from the schedule. There's only one shift for one person, and he gets the person who has the assigned shift, and then he will post an adaptive card in Teams like this one. Hey, today it's your moderation from the stand up. If you are not able to make the moderation, please um, um, take another person or be responsible that anybody will get the moderation, something like that. So this is very easy. It's fast done with notifications, and you can use it for all kind of notification, like tomorrow, next week, something like that. Be patient. Next week, your shift is so whatever you need, you can do it with shift. So you can see there's a basic shifts connector in Power Automate, which you can use out of the box and make it. Sorry for the German, but just check your Power Automate and the shift connector, everything you can automate. Okay, that was the stuff, the fast through the Microsoft Shift. Here are some, if you need some documents for the shift for the schedule owners or something like that, I post here in the session. So I will, you can get the slide deck after the session. Okay.
Thank you very much,
So
Andreas. Oh,
thank you
sorry.
very much. Feedback is welcome. Stay safe, give peace a chance. And if you have any questions, please use the chat or open your mic and get your answer, get your questions.
Yeah, thank you very much. Are you here with me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I think the connection was lost for just a second. Thank you very much for your presentation. And I'm just looking at the chat, but I think the questions that I can see in the main chat you already covered, or did I miss something here?
I think so. The first one I already, yes. Does the publish shift information integrate with calendar? No, it doesn't, because it's only a basic management tool with no resource integration exchange online. So you can do this with Power Automate.
Okay, and the next one I believe you also already covered. It's about integrating Teams with the
Yeah,
calendar or Outlook. You said it's not possible, right?
right.
Unfortunately. But maybe it's a feature that will be available in the future.
No, it's not on the roadmap, but it's
Hmm.
easily out of the box to manage this with Power Automate. I can show this very easily. Just get my, which is that? Oh, okay. Power Automate. If it's work.
Take your time.
So maybe can say Schichten. So you get shifts, and if you get shifts, there are many what you can use out of the box. And the first one, this one is my shifts to my move my shifts to my calendar. So you can click it, but you have to. This is a premium license because we use the Graph API. If you do not have a premium license, you can't use this template out of the box. So there are other templates you can use, like emails or something like that. Or this, what I said, if there are some shift swaps, you can automatically accept these requests, so you do not have to do it manually.
All right, thank you for showing us where you can find these Power Automate integration, and that some of them are available, yeah, for different kinds of licenses. I'm checking the Q&A session, but I think we have answered all the questions that we got in the chat. So again, thank you so very much for your presentation. I know it's been late for you, for us both, but at the same time, it's early for other people. So I really appreciate you still being here at this late hour for Germans, and giving us this presentation, and also showing us the demo in English so that it's more accessible for everybody listening and watching. Is there anything else that you would like to add before we conclude this session?
No, if there are no other questions, thank you very much to follow my session, and I hope you get some insights and use Shift from tomorrow.
Thank you very much. And I have a few last words before I conclude the session. I will pause your screen sharing so I can share my own. Okay, thank you for the feedback, and please send us more feedback. So if you like the sessions, if you take valuable information from this, if you make some interesting connection, which you can do so in the lounge area or at the sponsor booths, then please leave us a short feedback video. It doesn't have to be long. Just take out your phone. You can scan this QR code on the screen and share with us a 1-minute feedback video. Tell us who you are and what you liked about the summit. It means a lot to us, and it helps us improve the summits from each time. And also, we will give you a $25 or €25 gift card from Amazon if you send us your feedback. So please scan the QR code and leave us a short video. Now we will be heading to the next sessions, which is a meet and greet with our sponsors. For some of us, it will be lunchtime, and for others, it will be dinner. Anyway, take some time, take a break, have something to eat, and listen to the short sponsor presentations that our sponsors have prepared just for this event. And we will start with the solutions to share presentation from Florian Pflanz. Then we have GBS Europe from Rolf Kremer, and finally Martello Technologies with Jean-François Piot. So please have a look into those sessions. They are always very interesting and very concise. And after that, the next session in this track, track 3, will be Microsoft Teams personal lessons learned from recent rollouts at organizations from Oliver Wilkos, who is also an MVP. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again at this track and in with this session. And with that, um, I'm also going to have something to eat. And Andreas, I wish you a very nice evening in Germany.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day, everybody.
Thank you, and see you again in the next session. Bye.
Bye bye.